Well, let's start the year off with a bang. It's time for me to show you what the Terra 1912 builders have been up to over the course of January. So, we're starting things off here in Limbo's town of Bern. We featured this a few months back on the November server update tour. Now, Limbo is just here in front of me, currently debugging some water and some fences. Not entirely sure what's going on there, but I'm sure eventually it will look beautiful. So we're here to walk around this new section of Bern, the Swedish capital, not Swedish, the Swiss capital, which is built on several different layers. So in front of me there, we're seeing this beautiful terrace that comes up through the place. So this is the terrace gardens in the southern part of Bern. The part of the city features a brand new elevator that takes you up to the top of Munster platform. I wonder if, all right, okay, yes. Well, that does look amazing. I would definitely say that's on the rickety side of usability. Now, this is what these late the early 20th century inventions look like. Yeah, I'm sure it's safe, but no, that's really well detailed. And the use of, we got copper lightning rods here, jungle fences, and also some, what's this? Hanging roots to add a little bit more of that lattice structure through there. It looks really good, and the shadow itself as well gives that impression that this is some sort of latticed structure, although this one here isn't attached, and I mean, my nerves are already on edge with that one. But we should try and go up in the front. I think last time we were here, we were exploring this section up here with the Munster Church. We came out of that building in there, so Bern has definitely grown in that time. Yes, this is really nice. I don't know if this is some sort of lake or I think it's just a big river. But we did mention last time actually whether it was Lake Geneva it was on. I don't think it is. But at least we've established that this is one of the three capitals of Switzerland. So still, wait. So there's a lift, but there's also stairs if you want to go up. So let's see if we can just fly on up inside this lift for a second. Can we? Oh, we can go inside. So here we are inside the lift, looking out across, and we can walk straight off here onto the Munster platform. That's really nice. It's a very sheer drop as well down there. So a good bit of engineering behind all of that. I like these roads that are going up through here as well. Well, let's go on back down. Should we take the stairs back down? I think we should actually. So let's fly around here. So how do we get in to said stairs? Is it around the other side of this? Yes, it is. Right. I like this, and this is how you build a lot of realism into a city. Having different levels between certain areas really helps build a bit more depth to the place. Because otherwise, if you build it all on super flat, we're already monologuing. If you build it on a super flat, then it's just a bit boring, isn't it? This is terraced. Look at them. They've got beautiful little gardens going through, and lots of details and life. Now, what we got going on here? So we got some little buckets for storing water, I imagine. We've got a little wall. Oh, that's quite nice. Like a little window through there, but it's not more like just a stone. It's like a little stone relief. This is really good texturing in this wall as well. From afar, you get those nice little colours that come through. Tough is definitely the main dominating colour there, but you've got a selection of different greys going through. And the dead coral through there makes a nice little detail. So I just thought I'd just pick out a few proper nice little details for this place, because Limbo is great at getting these little bits of life in here. Oh, this is really cool. Oh, I mean, we saw it from when we were standing over there, but yes. So you can walk up here. Sorry, we didn't finish up walking down the stairs. My ADHD's definitely got the better of me today. Too much coffee, I would say. And yes, look at that view. Ooh, it really does climb up through there, doesn't it? So should we wander down this little pathway here? See where this takes us. Back down to a lower level. More vegetable patches, some bits growing, a little shed, and we've got some big old rose garden through there. Oh yes. Hey, what a great way to start this year's server update tours. I can only see good things coming. Now, we've hit a dead end here, but that doesn't stop me from moving on to my second bit of the intro to this. Now, we have actually moved worlds. Let me show you. So what I mean by moved worlds is we've taken the old world, cut the bottom off of it, moved everything down, and I had then took it into a world painter and jiggled it about a little bit. What you're seeing here on the screen now is the map of our world. So we have Greater Whiteburg up here in the top left. next to the United Territories of the Commonwealth, moving through Europe, down through here towards Francia. So Francia used to be here, and then we've moved it over there. We've got the Holy Germanic States through here now. The Isles is where Aubelair, Wobbstown, is based. I believe it's up here on the North Sea. And Wobb has imported some beautiful mountain ranges in here that we will see, I'm sure, next time around, but not this time. And then we've got Whitesea Island here in the middle. And while obviously our world is not a copy of the real world, we do have obviously some differences about it. Now, the East Asian territories, while in the east, are over here, and this is where the Japanese builds are currently underway. We will actually be visiting that later in this video. Then we have some new places. We've got Lower Egypt and the Greek islands, and then we've got the Greater Middle East below that there. And what we aren't seeing on this map is actually through here is Africa. And we'll be visiting that as well in a short while. But I thought I'd just give you a quick update on that. What this means for us is the server is now running at 1.2.0.1, so one of the latest versions of the game, and doing the cut and chop and put it back together has allowed the server to have such a performance boost that the builders are really very happy with it. Anyway, I thought I'd just quickly mention that before we move on to our next location, but Limbo, it's great to see Burn growing so well. I can't wait to see what happens with the rest of it. You can clearly see there's a lot of planning going on around here still, but what you've built so far is exquisite. Right, well, with that all said, let's move on to our next location. So you're finding me here in Sir Lancelot's town of Camrose on the Isle of Whitesea. And today we're going to be showing off some areas that he's built along the promenade here, including a whole new host of houses and part of the high street. So already I can see this beautiful bandstand type building here where it's blocked off. We're not allowed in. But we can lust at through the windows and just look at all the things that are going on inside. No one's in there, it's locked away. But this is lovely lands. It's a very nice cast iron building with lots of details in there. And these are very present across all of the sort of English countryside, English coast promenades. But still, if we wander down here, we are greeted with some beautiful buildings. Now, Lands' town here is based off of those in Cornwall and Devon, and I really get that seaside feel about them. Now, Cornwall and Devon are seaside faring counties in England, Devon having what's known as the English Riviera. If you've heard of the French Riviera, it's the English version. Lots of palm trees, but also lots of rain sometimes. Oh, that's a lovely view for you there. But we've not been to Camrose for a while, and I believe over in that distance upon yonder is St Michael's Mount. Yes, sorry, St Arnold's Mount. You can see it just in the distance there. Now, I've not tried it out yet, but there is a new mod that we've been using called the Bobby's mod, which allows chunks to be loaded in at far distance. I'm not sure what it's like on performance yet, hence why I'm not using it for this video, but I have seen some beautiful pictures that's shared by our builders over in Discord showing very far distanced stuff. But still, we're going to wander along this promenade until we reach the high street, but this is nice. Angled buildings are always hard to do, and I think this works quite well. Lots of life along the front of it there. But I like this promenade. You can just walk along it for hours and just see a lot of stuff. More angled builds through here. These look a bit more like a Regency sort of style. It's very pleasant, and then we come down to the end here. Ah, yes, this is pure Regency. Tasty, very tasty indeed. Oh, we can see St Arnold's. You got the nice iron railings around the front, along with this sort of pagoda-styled balcony, which we made out of cast iron, and these still exist today, and they are very exquisite. I've said that word twice now already, and I shall be saying it again. Ignore the stuff floating in the air. I believe the high street is, if we take a quick fly up, it might be this road here. I thought it was over here, but no, I possibly am wrong, and I think it might be up through here. So we're gonna wander through here, but just actually having a quick look over the place. Camrose is growing nicely, Lands. I haven't been here for a while. I think we came here back end of 22 to see some bits and bobs, but still, it's definitely getting there. I forgot about the little causeway out. Yes, the St Arnold's Mount over there. But let's have a little wander down this road and back down that one there. So a quick change of the sun around. We can see the rest of these nice Regency buildings along the front here. Very pleasant structures, and these we're looking across what looks to be a park. We've got a bandstand in the middle there. That's nice. Good roof line through there. Strong features, not overly detailed, and that's what we like to see. Regency buildings do not need a whole host of details thrown on them for no apparent reason. We've got some more sort of Victorian buildings through here with these large large bay windows up there. This one looks to be like a nice Regency one. Sorry, I'm just very much loving this all right now. Now, where was the... was that the pub? Or was this the pub? This, so if you cast your minds back to the Christmas pub crawl most recently back in December, this was not called Victoria House. No, this was called the Crooked Pilot or the something Pilot, and that's because we crashed a plane into it. Look around this wonderful building that's kind of half damaged and half destroyed, and we may have to pay some fines for that. What is my tab right now? Yeah, that was an interesting day. Lots of murders went on. Lots of murders. That seems to always be the theme that follows around on those tours. I don't know what an absolute state they were, but they were great fun to make. I just want to say, actually, to all the builders out there watching, thank you all for sticking with building on this server now for the best part of 4 years. We do some of the best stuff out there, and it's always great when I get a chance just to walk around and go, do you know what? We are good. And those out there wishing to join, that's at the moment, applications are open. If you want to come join our Discord, link below. You can have a look at joining yourself if you think you're at that level that you wish you can join in with the server, but also if you want to build the project with us. Now, the project obviously is trying to build the unbuilt, those that have been lost, buildings that are no longer existent, but also just trying to make towns and cities and locations all joined up into a proper world, but not solely based on the real world. That's not what we do here. We like to take ideas from the real world and condense places and make them seem, you know, nice and cherry pick bits, let's say. But still, Lands, I'm really loving what you're doing here with Camrose. I can't wait to see more updates here in the near future. But for now, we'll just have a quick little fly up. Yes, look at that. Lots of angled buildings through there. Excellent. Right then, well, I think it's time for us to move on to our next location. Well, we love it here, don't we? You're finding me in San Alexandro, Bergie's town, based on that of those in California. I always say that. It's clearly based on San Francisco with a bit of LA thrown in. But today we are here to view his new train station, which is quite the complex already. Let me quickly read you the blurb he's written here. The new railroad station based off of the Riverside and San Bernardino station in Southern California. This has replaced the previous station, which I loved but wanted something new, built in the Mission Revival style with an orange packing house in the same yard. Behind the railroad station has a platform with a boxcar. In the same lot, the Pacific Electric car, likely a big red Interban car based off the IRL Interban railway lines throughout all of Southern California. The car in-game service is San Alexandro and the surroundings, which are non-existent yet. So new passenger cars and freight cars and steam engines have been built, including the Southern Pacific AC-1 cab forward, a large steam engine duplex. These engines IRL were built for hauling freight and passengers through the long tunnels in the Sierra Nevadas. The cabs were forward of the engine so that the engineers didn't die from smoke inhalation. Wow. Well, thank you, Bergie, for that. Now, let's have a little look around. So we're straight away greeted by this little by this little Interban car, which is a electric train. Well, a sort of more like a tram that would go around, and this would be intercity as well. This is really nice. Very pleasantly done, like the windows on that. But you've also got the electric wires going up around the top for the pantographs, and I like this. So this is the Mission Revival style, what you expect to see in a Californian-inspired town. We can go inside, have a look around. All nice floors, good spacious rooms, ticket office here, but also ticket office here. Really nice stuff. Now, how do we get inside this thing? I don't think we do. It's currently very high up, but let's have a quick fly up and see the whole complex. Yeah, we've got all of these trains through here. So are these, some of these? Yeah, these are nice. We've got some trains over here as well. I don't know my trains very well, but as I've just read out there, I wonder whether any of these are those ones that Bergie just spoke about, more than likely. But they're really nice and very well detailed, and they feel scaled correctly as well, which is a hard thing to do when you're building trains. Sometimes you end up building them a little bit too big, and it becomes a bit like, oh right, what's going on here? So this is probably the freight terminal at the back here. I don't know if there's anything inside. What? Well, this is a little bit strange. I know. Oh, where are we? I have a distinct urge to tell Meg to shut up and ask Lois where the pancakes are. Bergie, you never fail to surprise me with these things. What some of you don't know is we have a new texture pack and some new pictures. That's a beautiful one that Wob made, but Also, there's this, a 2x4, which Bergie put in, along with a few other ones that he put in that I had to remove, which included that of the exterior of this house, i.e. the Family Guy house. Now, this is weird. This has caught me off guard. I'm very surprised. Interior view of the Prime Minister of Whiteburg's Prime Meat Minister. What? Oh, he definitely was expecting me to find this, wasn't he? The little devil. Anyway, so this is the freight terminal. So these are the big box cars that will be carrying fruit and that through the tunnels of the Sierra Nevada. We've got a little bit of a bend on the end here. Over here looks to be some sort of water tower used for filling up the steam tanks. And then we've got just like an engine shed here. Yeah, this is exactly what it is. It's got the engine in it being repaired and worked on. Nice little workbench down here. I really like this. It's good to still work through there. Railway stations are great fun to build, and if you want to get a building that has a nice architectural meaning about it, but also throw in loads of structural and metal details, train stations are the way to go. They are steampunk by the definition that they are literally to do with steam engines. We've got some really handsome small little trees through the front here. Who would have thought drip leaves would have made such good palm trees? Like, I think Mojang missed a beat with actually bringing palm trees in with the exact same characteristics of these. They are just excellent. Anyway, we've been looking around the back so much, we haven't looked at the front yet. So this is the train station. Oh, yes, very much looks like a mission church. It's got that lovely red brick roof with the white washed adobe sort of walls. So if we go on inside, we've got the Califific Lounge. Okay. It might be California Lounge. I've got some pictures here. That's one. These two are also in our texture packs. We've got the Statue of Liberty, and then we have the San Alexandro Capitol building. Another one of the Statue of Liberty over there as well. We will go through this way. Actually, no, we'll go this way. I like to keep you on your toes. Western Union, so we can pay stuff in here. We've got the trains through there. A little seat here. What's through here? This could be like a counter. It's a parcel counter. Upstairs we got offices. I didn't expect you to deck this out so much. This is lovely. Got the break room for the staff. Nice big room. No more of the new pictures up there. We have. I mean, let me just destroy that one for a second. Oh, let me just destroy that one for a second. There's the 2x4. There's the 2x4 again. There's that one. There's that one. I think we got another small one. Was it just 2x4s? So that's also a new one, and that is the statue of King Charles I in Whiteburg, opposite the company's house. We then got the Statue of Liberty, San Alexandro again, San Alexandro again, Statue of Liberty again. There is one more in here, I can't remember what it is. Ah, there it is. The group picture of all the builders, and there's yours truly at the front there. So if you want to have these in your world, then make sure you go head on over to our Discord and download the latest version of our texture pack, which is available via Media Cloud, I think, or I can't remember what it's called. But you can grab that and use it to your heart's content and fill your world up with some beautiful pictures now of all of our stuff. Oh, that's a nice little detail. So we've got the wallpaper, but we've got the top sort of curtain rail around the top, painted rail around the top, but it's flowers in invisible item frames. That's a smart little detail, Bergie, smart little detail there. So let's go back downstairs. Oh, got some gorgeous views out there. Right, so moving through into the dining hall by the looks of it, this will then feature out onto the main platforms. Very nice, so you have to climb up onto the trains. There's just so much work gone into this, and it's really nice. Oh, these are the new bamboo as well. So having upgraded to the new texture, to the new version of Minecraft, we now have bamboo stuff, which I haven't even bothered to shake a stick at yet. But we got that whole host of stuff and the cherry wood as well. So loads of new blocks to play with, and I can't wait to see what the builders on here end up doing with it. Let's run them through to the other side. I just want to see what we're missing out on down here. Oh, it's just straight out onto the waiting area for the trains. Very high density through here. Let's move out onto the front. What can we see over this side? Oh, there's a staircase up somewhere into an empty room. Open some doors. And this looks to be some sort of packing hall. Yeah, so this is for storage, for getting luggage and that through onto the trains as well. and nothing over there. Well, Bergie, this has been excellent. I actually am in love with this train station. Let's take one last little look at the area around here. So we've got a signal box here, very nice. Quite a few tracks going off into the distance there. That building's probably in the way. And then we've got this beautiful train station through here, complete with a train yard, and also oh, it's over there again. What? Why is there two of them? Why? What was the need for both? I don't know. Bergie, you do surprise me. Well, there we are. So that's San Alexandro progress at the moment. We'll obviously be back here soon with some more stuff because Bergie's always building, and it's great. All of them are always building. It's lovely. It's lovely to see so many builders on the server at the moment building away. I should be building, really. I will be building. I have that whole new project, don't I? Which we can't see yet. Don't worry about it. But anyway, let's move on to our next location. Well, I never thought I'd see the day where we would have an African build on the server. Not just because, you know, it's not something we do, it's more we never had an area for it. But as I discussed earlier, we now have an area for Africa. So this is an unnamed town at the moment. I think it's literally just called Warp Africa. It's based on North African towns, mainly the Casbah of Rabat, and also some bits and bobs in Tunisia. It's beautiful. I love the colours. Now this is being built by Fabissoir and I believe Akira. Please correct me in the comments below if not. But this is lovely. Like, I know you guys have been asking for African builds and, you know, maybe even Tunis builds and Moroccan builds for a long time, but we have them. Like, this is now a thing, and we can keep expanding this and expect actually to see the pyramids at some point, because as I showed you on the map, we put Lower Egypt on the map, so to speak. So we will be having all varying stuff going on. What's that over there? All varying stuff going on, and it's going to be lovely. And this is great because at this time of, like, in the world, North Africa was very much being part of, you know, the modern world. You've got Morocco and Tunis and all sorts just living the life of the Mediterranean as well, which is great. And I love the colours. So many blues through here. I mentioned this last time when we went to Yazd, and we saw all of the beautiful blue terracotta bits, but this is lovely. And it's a walkable city as well. Now, don't get into all of the walkable city propaganda stuff, but it is a walkable city with little bicycles around and bits and bobs and palm trees, and oh, it's beautiful. I love it. The colours. And I am very excited to see where this all goes. Now, I'm not entirely sure how long this has been under works for, but I think Fabi brought it across with him when he joined the server not too long ago. And obviously when we changed over the worlds, we were able to find a spot for it. But I want to see what's up there. Like, we can walk around this whole place. We've got some little hanging baskets. To be honest, it feels like I'm walking around like an Overwatch map or something. It's got a lot of depth, a lot of detail, and a lot of just little corridors and archways and open areas and enclosed spaces and then trees just around the place. Oh, it really is very pleasant, and lots of heads. Lots of disembodied heads. But I'm sure there's a reason for that. You know, yeah, it's okay. I'm sorry, Steve. I didn't realise you were going to get so decapitated around here. So this is where we started things off. Now, obviously, there's bits and bobs still being worked on, and it's nowhere near finished, this place, but it's a real nice way just to see what is the potential at the moment. And if any of you out there are interested in doing any African builds, then please join us Discord, like I mentioned earlier, and see if you can become a builder on here. Obviously read through the exact ways to become a builder, but this is something we're trying to grow, and we could all do with some help on it. But still, just look at the scale of this place. It's beautiful. Now, there are clearly going to be expansions on this town already. They've got the city walls around here, which are under development as well, and some sort of palace over here. Or, oh no, this might be a marketplace, like a bazaar. Ah, this is really nice as well. I'm not entirely sure this was on the list to be shown off just yet. I think we were just having a look at that place there. But still, this is going to be cool. Love the domes, love the arches, and the towers as well. Really nice. And the colours going up through all these buildings as well are gorgeous. This is a good use of gradient. I think it works really well. It's not overbearing. It's not garish like some gradients can be. This is nice. These colours mix well together, and they really do suit this North African style. Look at that. Fabi, that is excellent. That view is just really nice. And again, we don't see much of it at all, especially not this time period. So it's really good to be able to bring it on here now and say, hey, look, we cover, what is it? In the last 6 months, we've added the Great Middle East. We've also added the East Asian territories with the Japanese stuff, and now we've got Africa as well, along with the whole host of other stuff we already had. It's amazing. We are covering quite a few bases now of just different styles and cultures across this time period. So still, I can't wait to see where this goes over the next year. It's a great way to kick off January as well. So speaking of the East Asian territories, should we head on over to our final location, which is back over in Yashima? Right then, well, to finish things off this month, we're going to wander around Yashima, the Japanese-inspired town built by Akira and Byzantine. Now we're going to walk through and see some beautiful buildings again, and this is in their new location on their proper continent now, which is just over there. And they've brought in the map that they wish to build from, which is incredible. So we're going to see how that all pans out. Well, as we can see over here, this is exactly how it all pans out. But let's wander through. We're going to see, you know, the traditional buildings, but also some more modern ones, such as that one there. So just changing the sun around. Oh, we've got little bits through here. But yeah, that's really nice. So this is like, I think I was discussing this before, maybe it was last year, but once Western influence started to come in, buildings started to be built that looked a bit more like those that you'll find in Europe at the time. And there was definitely a crossover between when that was happening with obviously the traditional building styles still going on, but also these new ones appearing, and I really like that. The juxtaposition is obviously there, but it's got that feel about it still that it's like, oh yeah, this is definitely an East Asian style. But it's taken on, you know, that European feel to it. There's loads going on through here, loads of different colours and little details and such. We've got a little hidden garden up here. Oh, what a pleasant way to sit down. You just come in, sit underneath a cherry blossom tree, watch the world go by. Beautiful. So we got, what's this over here? Just some bits and bobs, like a little pagoda place. Go through, feel very zen. Everything does feel very nice through here. So we got the pagoda up through there. I wonder if we can wander. So I have been given a little tour map to go through, so I'm just going to wander through this way. But again, this is pleasant. There's something about it that just is very nice. Again, very walkable. And you find that a lot with these early 20th century cities and builds and that. So we come through here. Got some little fabric doors through there. Lots of styles and details. I think this is really expanded since last time. Really expanded. I like that. I don't know what it is. It's just a wall, but it looks very Japanese. And the pagoda, you've got that everywhere. And it's a very commanding building, but it's beautiful. We showed it off quite a bit last time. And if you haven't seen the top 10 video, it was featured in there at number 4, I believe, which is very high up for a new build on here. So that's nice and good. We've come here now to, this was the normal view. This is where most of the videos started whenever we came up through here. And I think off to this side, this way, is a little new garden, a little private zen garden. We've got Shiro with the balloons here. And come through and just chill and grab some food from over here. We've got some sort of noodles on the go, some sort of soup. So let's grab that and then just go sit and chill over here on this bench. And yeah, well then guys, let's have a little fly around and then say our goodbyes. I think this has been a very nice, very pleasant server update tour. I just love this place. I think this is coming along really, really well. So Byzantine and Akira, excellent stuff. Can't wait to see what happens over the coming months with this one. But there has been so much going on just across everything on the server. And as I said earlier, it's been so nice just to see progress again. It's reminding me of those early days of like 2021, late 2020. Lots happening all the time. Lots of new buildings and just fun. And people on constantly. And that's what it's good. It's a nice community. And it's good fun. So like I said, if you want to join the Discord, please head on down to the description below where the link is and you can join us and see about applying to be builder if you meet all the criteria. But remember, until next time, get inspired, get building, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.